think I mentioned it yesterday, but Mal had planned to do a third meal in a row. And this is it. It's beef and broccoli. We also got some rice. Everyone ate earlier. I had some other stuff going on that I had to work on, so I'm actually eating tonight after the stream. And the vlog today is about our streams in 2023, because this was the last one. But first I need to eat this. So tonight was the 30th stream for Tears of the Kingdom. It has been going on a while, but it was also the final stream that we plan to do for 2023. So I thought it'd be fun to go back and just kind of look at what we did on Twitch in 2023, because there was a lot. There was a lot. Not only did we hit all of our normal breakfast streams twice a week, 52 weeks, that's 104 breakfast streams this year. There was also so many other streams. So I actually pulled up the VOD channel and went back to try and remind myself of everything. One of the biggest things, and I've talked about this a lot lately on some streams, is that Mario Galaxy 2 was this year. And that feels like a lifetime ago. I know the reason it does. The reason it does is that we started it in the old house, and then we finished it like right before we left. I think it was like the last stream that we did was finishing the game, doing the finale, and then we moved. So that was like a whole thing. But we were also doing, at the beginning of the year, we were still doing tabletop streams. And I've talked a little bit about that before, but we did those pretty regularly for 6 months. We had some agreements with Twitch for like how many streams that we were going to do. And tabletop is not canceled. It's not like we're never going to do it again, but we had a certain amount of streams that we like had to do, and we did them. And because it was so difficult to keep up with everything that was going on, that was a real easy thing to drop. But at the beginning of the year, we were still doing it. We did Pathfinder Adventure card game. We did 3D puzzles. We did Fiasco. I know we did Connects. I don't know if we did Connects at the beginning of the year or if it was at the end of last year. There's a VOD in here for Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, since that came out and Nintendo sent us a copy and was like, why don't you play a little of it? So we did. I think we did it on a stream that we did Mario. And then before too long, right at the end of March, we announced that Mal was going to be coming to Twitch. So Mal got started on her channel, twitch.tv/malmakes, and her first stream, I think it was her first stream, was April 13th. She made Chicken Pesto Florentine. And since that time, Mal has streamed basically every single week. I don't know that she's missed a week. If she has, it's probably only just been one or two at most. And throughout that time, she's done a lot of cooking. She's done nails. Most recently, she put together Legos. And also, she did an entire 18 by 24 painting over the course of 10 different streams. And it's just been great. This is kind of a separate subsection of this. But like, I'm just really happy for her because this is a much bigger creative outlet for her than YouTube was, and it allows her the freedom to just kind of do different things, and I love that. I just really love that. And she's happier than she's ever been in regards to content creation, and I know that a lot of that is because editing was her least favorite part. When she enjoyed painting, she did not enjoy spending time in Final Cut, and I get it. When you finish like a 50-hour painting, the last thing you want to do is say, well, now I got to spend another 30 hours in post. I get it. I understand. Also, Advance Wars came out, the Reboot Camp game. So we did a stream of that. When we finally moved in late April, we didn't have our stuff set up here, so we played Unpacking. We got through about half of the game. It was very cute. At some point, we might go back and finish the other half. But that was a fun stream, and it was also very on brand since we were actively living in a sea of boxes. I forgot that we actually did Master Mode. We did a stream where we played Breath of the Wild Master Mode, kind of to just like get ourselves back in the swing of like, oh, Tears of the Kingdom is going to come out. We should remind ourselves how Breath of the Wild is played because it had been a few years. So we did Master Mode and then jumped into Tears of the Kingdom the following week. So like, when I think about the Friday project, there haven't really been a whole lot of games that we played this year. It was primarily Galaxy 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. That was it. There's a few other little tiny one-off things sprinkled in between, but that was the two big projects. I know I already mentioned Malmake stuff, but like just going back through and looking, there's so much good stuff here, especially because she also did it with guests. Like she did an episode with Chaz. She did an episode with Haley where she made sushi. There was also several occurrences where like Alex took over what she was doing. Most recently, I took over one of her streams, and that was memorable. In the middle of the year, in the summer, I actually brought First 20 back for a few weeks, and I streamed them, which was fun. I really do love First 20, and that's one of those things that, like, it's never canceled. It's just occasionally, when I have a selection of games, I'll bring it back. I also just got to the first instance of Wheel of Fortune this year. There was a few times where Mao was out of town, or just something was weird in our schedule and we had to do something different instead of Zelda. And I did a Wheel of Fortune with Alex and Haley. I don't know if you ever saw that. A lot of people did. It might be the most viewed video on the VOD channel. It's really good. You should go see it. It was July 14th. You can just search Wheel of Fortune on Steven VOD and you'll find it. Around that time, I also played Hades. I did 3 streams of Hades because I'd been doing First 20, but I wanted to start doing like some solo stuff. And Hades was a good kind of way to test the water, something that wasn't like super long, but I got a chance to try out. I also did I almost said Legend of Zelda, a Lord of the Rings Magic Arena stream with Chaz, which was fun. I don't know if they'll do Legend of Zelda Magic, but they might. And then near the end of July is when we introduced Tuesday streams. So I had only just started doing solo streams, and then we introduced another streaming slot, Tuesday afternoons, 1 p.m. Eastern. We started playing Pikmin 4. And this really was out of necessity, because as much as we love Zelda, it is extremely limiting to play a game that's that long and not be able to play any other games at that time. So Pikmin 4 came out, we knew we wanted to play it, so we added the second slot. Mao had already done a painting earlier in the year, Nightfall, but in August she tackled a painting of a bridge, which was another piece of art. And then in August also I did a full playthrough of Gato Roboto, which is a Metroidvania that is just in black and white. It's very cute. It's very clever. It's a VOD worth seeing if you haven't like heard or seen of that game. And then finally, the last day of August is when Starfield began. And Hades was just kind of getting me in the mindset of like, I'm playing a singular game and I'm going to play it every week. And then I really dove into it with Starfield. And I knew from the outset that Starfield was not going to be something that I was likely to 100% because it was long and I am older. But I've now done 18 weeks of Starfield. And I enjoy it, but I also know that I am getting close to the end of what I'm going to play. It's not a game I'm going to be doing forever. I've done 18 weeks of it, and I probably have maybe a few more. There's a few more like interesting quests and stuff I want to check out. And then I'm going to end the main quest and be done. And I know that that's a little weird because my history with Bethesda games is like, do everything. But Starfield is just not Skyrim or Fallout. It's not the same experience. And to be honest, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of extracting the fun out of it. So Starfield is what took up the solo slot for the rest of the year. But I am almost done with it, and I'll be playing some different games next year. There's the infamous Mario Paint VOD. If you haven't seen that, oh boy, that one is a riot. Me and Alex play Mario Paint. That was September 14th. It was a good one. Oh, and then actually the very next day, me and Alex and Haley did another Wheel of Fortune. All right. There was also an F-Zero 99 stream. That's right. I forgot F-Zero 99 existed. But that came out, and we covered it. Mal did nail art with Haley. And actually, I just recently got a new lens for the tabletop setup. I'm really glad that we are still using the tabletop setup, even if we haven't been doing some board game stuff lately. So I can actually zoom in a little bit further for nail art streams, and I'm kind of excited about that. Things continue pretty normally until, of course, the end of October, and we did Extra Life. The Extra Life's not on the VOD channel, but I'm aware of where it falls in all of this. Extra Life was a ton of fun. This was the 12th year, I think the 12th year we did it, and I just look forward to it every year. I just really do. It's so much fun, and it feels good to combine the joy of like video games and entertainment with a worthy cause. And as long as I can, I will continue to do that event because I just adore it. I did a stream of Jusant on November 1st, which was fun. It was also a sponsored stream, which I had never done before. And I was always very selective, and that was a good game to do because it was just very, very cool, very beautiful. I beat about half of it, so if I do another stream of it someday, I'll finish that game. And then something that was really, really fun for me, mid-November, Nintendo sent over a copy of the Super Mario RPG remake, and I got to do a stream with Haley. I've done streams with Haley before, but not just the two of us, and it was very, very fun. She's also a very good entertainer. We have a lot of good like comedic synergy, and that was a fun stream to do. I think we'll probably do a project together in the future. And then, as I'm finishing this up, we started Mario Kart 8. It was 2 years of telling people, please be patient. We're waiting for all the DLC to drop. But after 2 years, we finally got back to it, and we decided to stream it, which is honestly a lot of fun because it allows people the opportunity to do predictions, which is really just like betting. Predictions on Twitch, and using like the Twitch channel points, which don't have any monetary value. Doing predictions on the races, which is just very interactive and very fun for people. So yeah, that's all the streams. I have no idea how many streams that is. I don't know, but if I had to guess, it would be several. Because we did 104 breakfast streams. There was at least 52 Friday streams, which is 156. There were solo streams for at least half of the year. There were Tuesday streams for almost half the year. It's a lot. Not to mention Mal doing stuff weekly since April, and then has increased her streams since then. So like, yeah, there's probably 300, maybe a little less, but a lot. There was a lot. And it's been great. It's been really great. You know, Twitch is something that we didn't start until late 2018. And it is so much fun. I've always enjoyed creating content, but there is a completely different level of entertainment that you can provide in these live environments. And what's so great for me is that I feel like we've done a very, very good job of retaining the feel of the traditional content that we've always made. We are playing video games on the internet, while also introducing this completely new facet of what we do. And we've been doing it now for 5 years. Which was, I guess, another thing. We celebrated 5 years on Twitch this year. Yeah. I hope that all of you have had a chance to enjoy some of our streams this year as well. If you're there live, awesome. If you're not, you can watch them on the VOD channel. I know some people are there like all the time. Some people catch them occasionally, but we have a lot of fun with it. And I just can't wait to see what 2024 will hold. I already know a little bit of what it will hold because we already know the game that's going to be following up the Tuesday slot. Right now we're doing Mario Kart because we finished Pikmin. But after that, like, Mao has been doing a lot of research on the next game, and I'm very, very excited for it. I cannot wait. I'm just really over the moon about what we're going to be playing after Mario Kart. And like I was talking about earlier, you know, we're going to be wrapping up Starfield also, and I've got such a huge list of games that I want to enjoy, and I'm glad that I finally have, like, the setup for it, and I've made the time in the week to do it. I am very aware that there are lots of people that want tabletop to come back in a more regular capacity. I am one of those people too. I'm just trying to make sure that I can keep a good handle on things, because I do have a terrible history of taking on more than I should. So I'm trying to make sure that I can balance vlogs and keeping those updated, managing the VOD channel, which is kind of a whole thing, and making sure I can hit all of the streams without feeling like I'm underwater. But I'm doing my best, and having Chaz and Jeff here is going to help a lot. Having Chaz, like, IRL and being able to talk about streams in real life and bounce ideas off of him, I think that that's going to really up our game in 2024. I think we're going to have some really good stuff next year. But for tonight, it was a very fun way to end it off. Okay, I'm done, and I really need to go to bed. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?